Greetings. This presentation is about witchcraft in South Africa during Apartheid and now. Let's start with witchcraft itself and its practices. Traditional healers of southern Africa have been around long before the Dutch colonizers and Europeans. Around 2000 BCE, those trained diviners and spiritual healers are known as sangomas.
A sangoma is a practitioner of ngoma, a philosophy based on the belief in ancestral spirits and the practice of traditional medicine. Inyagas are the herbalist and the medicine variant, and their principal medicine is called muri. Drumming and dancing is also very important in sangoma culture. The belief among South Africans is that women who practice herbalism or divination may be witches, and that witches are inherently malicious. They are thought to bring crime in a community as a whole, in local African communities. They are a central aspect of insecurity in everyday life.
During the medieval time in Europe, a lot of people suspected that some of them were practicing witchcraft, and everyone was afraid of it because it was considered something that came straight out of hell. After the colonization of Africa, many sangomas met death, and South Africa wasn't spared of those atrocities. In South Africa, in the 1920s, sangomas tried to get certified and earn a certificate as an official witch. Sangomas used to be men and women, but after the government refused to validate those certificates as legal, for some reason, men left that field and women replaced them. The stereotype of the witch became real, thus more hate arose.
Apartheid translates into division, was a system of institutionalized racial segregation that existed in South Africa in 1948 until the early 1990s. It was a regime that took away native rights and benefited the white minority.
The Witchcraft Suppression Act was introduced in Parliament by Charles Robert Swartz in 1957 and was based on the Cape Colony's Witchcraft Suppression Act. The plan was to get rid of any witch by sending them into jail and to prevent anyone from doing such a thing by fining that person. Till this day, the act is still in force.
There was a flaw when the act came. It was supposed to remove any witch in the country, but the act didn't require proper investigation, so people could accuse anyone of doing it without any proof. This flaw led to the reform of the act, now saying that you will need proof if you were to accuse someone of witchcrafting.
The end of apartheid should have signaled a new era for black women in South Africa, but male and female violence in the country has now been higher than during it. Instances of persecution of women in witch hunt trials and killing are seen because of the hunters' will to protect their communities. As long as witchcraft is feminized and women are mistreated, the treatment of women as witches will continue.
An organization has been created entitled the South African Pagans' Rights Alliance, SAPRA. They defend and help resolve religious conflicts on the legal standpoint. They also help solve intra-community problems related to witchcraft and actively participate in law reforms and discussions.